as Sunday closes down, this means another RLCS North America qualifier is in the books, and I, Slayer, a grand champ, a Rocket League enthusiast, is here to review it. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another Rocket League type of video. You know, it's me, Slayer. I'm back. RLCS Qualifier 3 is just in the books, and I have a lot to say about it. I'm here to give my opinions on it. Hopefully you're willing to hear my opinions. I don't care, you clicked on the video for a reason, and yeah, I'm here to give my opinions on it. If you guys enjoy this type of videos, I love making them. Last one I did pretty good, so I know I'm back with another qualifier, and I have a lot to say about this one in particular. This one's it was a pretty interesting one, I do say so myself. Yeah, I mean, I got no time to waste. I'm gonna try to keep these a little bit shorter because last video was pretty long, so I'm trying to keep these reviews shorter. I'm trying to keep my words short, not trying to drag it on, because I'm not trying to waste your guys' time. I'm trying to get to the nitty-gritty of this qualifier since a lot happened. Yeah, let's go match by match, team per team. Let's see how everyone performed. I'm only doing Saturday and Sunday to the two important days. I'm not doing Swiss because there's too many matches to review. I will mention what happened on those days on that day, but the most matches will be Saturday and Championship Sunday, which I will be talking about. Yeah, let's get it. I'm not wasting any time. Let's get into it. All right, before I get into the matches, where I'll feel obligated to talk about NRG. What the fuck is happening to this team? I said it last time. This NRG team, I thought it had potential. This team is dude. This team is atrocious. Oh my god! Like I heavily underestimated how bad this team was, and I overestimated how good they were. How are you going 0-3 in Swiss? You were NRG. What are we doing? Are we like what's going on? You're going 0-3, losing to Young Whippersnappers, Boulevard, and Pirates on a Boat. What? Dude, come on, NRG. Dude, I feel so bad for Garrett. Garrett, this is the one-man army for Garrett, dude. The guy needs to get off the team. Not even like loyalty can save this guy anymore. They need to blow this NRG team up. They need to sack everyone, dude. Drop out of Rocket League, dude. Okay. But what are we doing? Also, Shopify not qualifying, bro. For this dude, this team, dude, blow it up. Get this team out of here. Because, dude, losing to SSG, I can give you SSG. 100% I can give you SSG. SSG is a really good team. I rate them, and yeah, I can give you SSG. But losing to Snowman, who don't even have a logo. How are we losing to Snowman? What are we doing? And Muffin Man, I don't care if it's Squishy, Gimmick, and Aqua. You shouldn't be losing to Muffin Man. You should not be losing to Muffin Man at all. You are Shopify Rebellion with Justin, one of the best players of all time. Losing to Muffin Man? Okay. That's my mention. Let's just get into the games. All right, so going into Saturday, starting off with the first match, we've had Luminosity versus OG in the first match of the day on Saturday, and OG took that 4-2. This was a pretty good series for OG and not for Luminosity. Dude, Luminosity just came out slow. Luminosity really came out slow. Luminosity having a qualification, having a final in the last qualifier, playing like one of the best teams in the game, to getting first round eliminated. What I've seen about Luminosity is that they always somehow manage to get to the playoffs, but never. I mean, they do something in the playoffs, but they always somehow sneak in that 3-2, going to the fifth game, unnecessary fifth game that they go to win it. They struggle in Swiss but do good in playoffs. Like this team was just not it. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if they didn't wake up. I don't know if they woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something, but this team was not good. This team was not good this qualifier. The top goal scorer, Cheese, out of his expectations and what people think he brings to the table, he just brought nothing today that I saw. Magic Bird did what he can, Reddles did what he can, but just nothing. Reddles was playing a defense during the series. Reddles was playing a defensive mastermind. The dude was playing so good on defense. I tip for what Reddles was doing on defense this series, and it could have gone way worse if it wasn't for Reddles. But Magic Bird and Cheese could not find the goals. As for OG, dude, they played impeccable, dude. They were playing some really good qualifying. They beat two good sides in Dignitas and SSG in the Swiss. They were playing really offensive game, going in 10 shots in game 1. Although a lot of those 10 shots could not go into the net, they did just obtain 1 goal. They were beating out LG offensively, legit. What we thought LG would do this playoffs, OG did, which is going on their offensive, not letting their team breathe. OG just had an overall offensive game, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Luminosity. I mean, I don't think anything should happen since they clinched the playoff, they clinched the major, going in third because Genji made it to the final. So yeah, this team, OG's looking really good. Luminosity's not looking good. And just see what happens. It all falls down to the major. I don't think they make any changes. I don't think they should make any changes. I just feel like they just need to get better as a team together, and I don't think individual performances is enough for this team to do better. I feel like it's just all as a team. And as of OG played really well. I really like how OG played. I'm telling you, every tournament OG gets better, and I feel like it's gonna be a good stand up for OG. This is a statement series, and they also clinched the major, I'm pretty sure, placing the fourth seed, while Luminosity plays the third seed. So OG playing good. OG played a good series. LG did not. LG could not find any offensive, any goals in it. A lot of shots but no goals. OG did. OG were clinical with their shots. They scored the goals that they needed, and they took out the series, in which they won 4-2. Now, for the third time in a row, second match, SSG Genji, where Genji took it 4-1. So something came up, so I actually did not watch this series. All I saw was that Genji beat them 4-1. SSG are going up against them 3 times. This is the third matchup in 3 qualifiers and 3 playoffs, and Genji took it home again for the third time. SSG legit could not break down Genji. So I didn't really watch the match because something came up, so I missed the entire match. I didn't really get to see anything, so I can't really say anything about the series. I can't judge anyone. All I'm saying is that SSG have lost 3 times, and I don't know if they're gonna do something about that, because you cannot lose 3 times in a qualifier. So I don't know if they're gonna think about it. I don't know if maybe Genji are just too good, eventually the eventual winners of this qualifier. So I can't really say anything about the series. It's just that these 2 teams I do rate. I feel like LG and Hawks are the really staple attackers in this SSG team, with Chicago playing more back. And Genji, I mean, I love Appjack. I love First Killer from a player standpoint. He did have some controversies on Saturday, which with AJ, where they were talking smack to each other. But I just feel like First Killer needs to mature, needs to just ignore all what people are saying and just focus on his gameplay. And as a player, I do really respect First Killer. I really like him. Appjack I love. Chronic I love. Might be one of my favorite, probably might be my favorite team in NA is Genji, but I can't really think about the series because I didn't really watch it. All right, and the third match we had on Saturday was G2 versus Omelette, which it went to game 5, or no, game 7, which G2 eventually took it. Now, again, I did not expect this, but what I will say is that I'm not sure G2 was trying their hardest. Maybe they underestimated Omelette, because G2 have already clinched the first seed. So first seed or second seed, I don't know. They clinched first seed or second seed, so I can't really say anything too critical about G2, because I don't know if they were trying. I don't know if they were just experimenting things, but we cannot take anything out from Omelette. Omelette's a really good team. Omelette played really well. The only player I really know was Lion Blaze in his Ghost days. I really did rate Lion Blaze in his Ghost days. Omelette were looking good with the 3-1 record, beating teams like Luminosity and M80, 2 really good teams that they're just like the mid to high table teams, while G2 is obviously looking like the best in the game at that point. And yeah, they took it to game 7. It was a really good series, a lot of offense. They're looking the best team. Beast Mode and Daniel looking like the best duo in the game, with Atomic being more defensive mastermind. Again, I didn't really pay attention to this series. I did watch Game 7. Game 7 was really good. I think it was like a 4-3 scoreline or something. But it was a really good side from both teams. I really rate Omelette. I think Omelette has a really good really good team. Has a lot of potential if they can keep qualifying like this. But again, only time will tell. Omelette did not clinch the major, so we're gonna have to wait till the next qualifier to see this team perform again. I do really rate Omelette. I was really surprised by what Omelette had to bring to the table. The fight that they had with G2, they did not give up. Although G2 were looking like the major favorites. And again, can't really say anything bad about G2, because I don't know if they were trying. I don't know if they were just experimenting new tactics going into this game. But I really rate what Omelette had to bring to the table, and I really liked it. Right, and the final match we had for Saturday was TSM versus M80. Again, I said this last qualifier, I said this last video, M80 cannot buy a playoff win. They do not have a playoff win since the start of the season. They do really good in Swiss, but cannot find a playoff. I don't know if they love playing on Fridays, are scared of Saturdays, and can't even make it to Sunday. So I genuinely do not know what's going on with this M80 team. I really do rate M80, and these last 2 qualifiers, they have gone 3-0. They have been on the top of the table in that Swiss bracket, but This time they placed 8th, going 3-2. I have my notes over here, by the way, so if I'm looking over here a lot, I have my notes. I have all the information I have to say. Oh yeah, they beat out teams but they do beat out teams that aren't rated highly, like Muffin Man and Pirates on a Boat lose. And I mean, yeah, they do. OG is a really good team, and they do beat them, which is typical. But they do lose to Omelet and Luminosity. As I mentioned before, Omelet looking really good. Luminosity didn't look the best in playoffs, but do look really good in Swiss. I don't know what to talk about this M80 team. TSM just played a good game. It did go to game 7, so it was a really good series. This is probably the best series of the day. This was the best series of the day. I really liked it. I really like both teams. I feel like TSM do have potential. They did go perfect in Swiss. They went 3-0, but again, they did not beat teams that are rated highly. They went out beat Boulevard, Pirates on the Boat, and Omelet, going on 9-1 map count. So out of those three teams, TSM looks like the best out of those three. But I can't really say anything about TSM during this match, and I really expected M80 to take it. I really wanted M80 to get that playoff win, but again, they cannot buy a playoff win. They can't. And I feel like TSM played a really good series. Went to game 7. TSM had the bigger ice. The only thing about this, I'm 80. I just feel like they do need a roster change. I feel like something needs to happen in the background. Either it's a coach change or a roster change, or I don't know, or motivation. I don't think they don't like to get in the game or what, but I just feel like they need to get something on this team in order to get results, because these are not results. The results are winning playoffs and getting RLCS points, which really costed them, because they qualified to the playoffs, but if you're not getting placements of those playoffs, you're not getting RLCS points. And if you don't get RLCS points, you're not going to the major, which they indeed did not go to the major. And I genuinely don't think this is a good team. I don't rate M80 as highly as I did coming into like qualifier 1 or qualifier 2, but I just don't think at one point M80 was looking like the best team in the game. But after losing to Shopify in the first qualifier, I think this is a good team. I don't know what needs to happen. TSM just had the bigger ice in game 7 Champions Field, so yeah, I just feel like TSM was a really good player. I enjoyed those 3 teams. Yeah, that's all we had for Saturday, and I feel like M80 needs to switch something up, because this is unacceptable to go into the playoffs 3 times and lose all 3 times. So I feel like something needs to change for M80. I don't know if it's a player change, I don't know if it's a coach change, analyst change, I don't know. But that's all I gotta say. M80 needs to change something. TSM do have high hopes during this match, as I thought, but yeah, all I gotta say. And now we move on to Sunday. On Sunday, we open up with Gen G versus OG. Now, Gen G were coming off a really good series of SSG, a confident, dominant series against SSG. These guys just play comfortable together. The vibes are immaculate with these guys, always tapping each other up, which is really good to see from a team. During the series, Gen G had a better conversion rate. They converted the majority of the shots they took, so they didn't really need a lot of shots. Their defense was impeccable in game 1. In game 1, they had so many saves that OG should have scored. The thing is that they did start off really hot, but as the series went on, OG did show some resilience. And going on to OG, they needed that win to qualify to the major, and they lost. But because of like placement and stuff, because of other events happened, they still qualified for the major. But this would have been the easiest chance for them to qualify. I really do rate OG highly. I feel like this team is slowly getting better. Time will be nice to this team. As I mentioned before in my last video, this team is picked up from scraps. This team is picked up from absolutely nothing. Team players that were counted out. Jane Epsol to retire. Common, Noli were told that was their peak moment, and now they're looking like they're going into their peak moment. So this OG team has a lot of potential. I really like them. They played really well. But they did have some resilience coming into after going, I think, 1-0 down. They showed a lot of resilience. They did have a lot of shots on net, but they couldn't cover anything. Just the defense of Gen G was just really well, with Abjack in the back. Abjack playing like the mastermind. Abjack just doing what he can to bring this team together. Abjack is the glue of this team, in my opinion. He brings this team together, and that's what he did during this series, saving multiple shots, setting up his teammates. And I just feel like this team is this Gen G team is really well built, while this OG team, it does need a lot, but Only time will tell. Time will be nice to these guys. I feel like every tournament I see OG play, they're just getting better and better and better. And by the time we know it, this is gonna be the best team in the game. Mark my words. OG will be the best team in the game at one point this season. I don't know if it's gonna be during the major. They're gonna look like the best. I don't know if it's gonna be next qualifier. Is gonna be the best. I don't know. It may even be at the RLCS major, at the RLCS championship that they look like the best. But there is going to be a period in time where OG is going to look like the best. These three players are amazing. Torment behind them are a living legend. But yeah, I feel like Gen G played a really good series. They were confident. Their teamwork was impeccable. They passed to one guy, they passed to the next guy, they passed to the next guy. First killer to Chronic to Abject to score. It was beautiful. That's how I feel like that's how they have a high conversion rate, because they know how to play with each other. They know how to play around each other. Okay. It's a really good team, really good, both really good teams, but Gen G had to take the win on this one. Now going on to game 6, we have G2 versus TSM, where G2 won 4-0. My god, this TSM team is fucking atrocious, dude. Oh my god, dude. Like, blow this shit up, man. Like, blow it up. Like, dude, sack the entire dude. Sack the team, dude. I'm being 100% honest. Sack this TSM team. Oh my god, this TSM team is so bad. Dude, like, I know you're facing G2, but come on. Dude, like, this is unacceptable for fucking TSM. What are we doing? This team is absolutely atrocious. Okay, I don't know. TSM played horribly. TSM did not look good. What I thought TSM was versus M80 was not the TSM I got versus G2. Yes, G2 were the best team in the game. Yes, G2 have Beast Mode and Daniel, the best duo in the game right now. Yes, G2 are looking hot, but come on. Dude, TSM cannot take a game. They had like a 3-0 lead in one of the late games, and they brought it back to overtime. Daniel, what the fuck? Bro, this TSM team needs to be sacked. I'm sorry, but this team needs to get off that paycheck. It needs to get off that payroll for a year. Dude, this TSM team is... I got nothing more to say about this. This is not the TSM that I wanted coming into this series. This is not a TSM team I thought was going to get absolutely slam dunked when coming into this matchup. This team got absolutely... You see that bed? They got tucked in there. They got tucked in that bed. And never to see again. I do not want to see this TSM team ever compete again. This team's atrocious, dude. This is my TSM agenda right now. Oh my god. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. This team did not play good. If I was a new Rocket League fan, seeing this TSM game for the very first time, seeing TSM, I would have thought they were the worst team in the game. Oh my god. And the fact that they went perfect first seed in Swiss is just fraudulent. How dare you, TSM? How dare you deceive all of us? This is bad. This is bad. And for a G2 team that's probably not even trying, because they've already clinched major, they're sitting back in Copenhagen. They probably do. I got no more to say. GG, I guess. You can't even give out the GG's tweet anymore, because, bro, you got tucked into that. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And now we move on to the grand final. Gen G versus G2, which, if you remember, was the qualifier 1 final, which G2 took 4-1, I want to say. This is not the story I got today. Oh my god. This was a completely different Gen G, and this was the same dominant G2 I saw. The Gen G team absolutely transformed themselves this final, slapping around G2 like it's nothing. What I will give props though is that Daniel overtime goal, I'm pretty sure was against Gen G. That goal was a beauty. I'm not even gonna cap anymore, dude. That goal was an absolute beauty. That Daniel goal was probably the best goal in this qualifier. Gen G played out of their minds. FK was on it. Abject assist on game 1 overtime, setting up FK Appjack was the main man in game 1. El Genji was looking fat, acoustical, bro. And this Genji team is now the best team in the game, beating out G2, which G2 played well. G2 played well. Although they lost, I think they lost 4-1. I want to say, I didn't write it down. I'm pretty sure they lost 4-1. This was a really good showing from G2. G2 played with their hearts out as well. Genji just wanted it more. Genji wanted that #1 spot, which I'm not sure if they got. I'm not really sure if they got, but just Genji just absolutely Genji transformed. And I love Genji. I love Chronic. I adored Appjack. I just feel like his style of play just really well. The gentleman of the RLCS, as I like to call him. And First Killer as a player, I hate First Killer as a person. He's immature, he doesn't know when to shut up, and he doesn't know how to talk. But when it comes to playing the game, grabbing the controller and controlling his car, he is fantastic. He is a great player. And it was controversial when they picked up First Killer, saying that Nolly should have stayed. No problem. What I heard was that no problem with Nolly. But are we gonna drop Nolly to pick up First Killer? 100% we are. This is a player who's the main man for FaZe and the main man for Rogue when he was over there. Of course you're gonna pick up First Killer. This attacking mind that you need, and that showed in the final, which First Killer was the main man, getting the goals, getting the shots they needed, and this is how they won. Because First Killer wanted it more, and Appjack was there to give it to him. Chronic was there to give it to him. So this Genji team absolutely transformed themselves in this final. Big props to Genji. 100% deserved it. This has really good momentum going into the major, which I'm pretty sure is in a week or 2. No, I want to say it's like 3 weeks, because we still have the EU qualifier next week. So yeah, this Genji team absolutely transformed themselves. This team absolutely transformed the scene, the RLCS scene with this game. I may be overhyping it, but from what I saw, this Genji team was different, while this G2 team stayed the dominant fashion that they did, and they could not keep up with Genji. That's all I gotta say. Props to Genji, congrats. And G2 played a really good series as well. It was a closer series than what the scoreline is telling us, but if you actually watch the series, it was closer than what a lot of people think. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, that puts the Qualifier 3 in the books, and yeah, that's it for Qualifier 3. Oh, a couple things I want to mention before. This was Squishy Muffin's last RLCS qualifier and game. I just want to say Squishy absolutely inspired me to play this game. This is one of the reasons I started playing Rocket League, because of Squishy, because of his work ethic, because of how he transformed both the YouTube scene with his content and his content persona wise, and the RLCS scene. Transformed everything. So I mean, this is the last game. It's sad to see him go, but I would go too if the game is so bad right now. But it is what it is. We can't change anything about it. Squishy, one of the greatest players of all time, one of my favorite players. I love seeing him growing up. Saw that season 6 bracket reset going into the final against Dignitas, where Dignitas were looking like to be back-to-back champions, looking like the hottest team in the game. Squishy Muffins came in and said, no, we're a bracket sweep. We're going from the lower bracket, losing to Twisted Minds. They didn't care. Or Weedham Girls. No, they lost to Weedham Girls. Going on a lower bracket run. Bracket reset in the final. Beating out K-Dot, beating out Turbo, beating out, I think it was Fairbeak? I'm not sure. But dude, all those 3 guys are amazing. But Squishy in general, dude, Squishy's just a really good player, really good person. And it was sad to see him go. Sad to see his last RLCS game ever. He's had one heck of a career, which is 7-8 years playing Rocket League. It's not easy. Not anyone can do it. Or if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it, and we don't see everyone around here. So yeah, that's him. And also, I have a complaint. Let me QE talk so much. Let James Bot talk. I swear, in these matches, Lemon Kiwi was ranting her ass off and did not let James Bot talk. I heard more Lemon Kiwi than James Bot. Shame on you. Do not let James Bot talk. Let James Bot talk. I did not hear enough of James Bot. Lemon Kiwi talk too much. I didn't like it. It ruined my matches, but I can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. You know, I tried to keep this video a little bit shorter because I realized that my last video was pretty long, and I wasn't trying to make it long, but that's just how it went. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, if you guys want me to do a EU qualifier, I will, but just know I'm not that educated on EU as I am on NA. I'll take that with a pinch of salt, you know. Oh yeah, I appreciate every single one of you. I'll be back in a few days with a new video. I don't know if it's gonna be a gameplay video since this is the last qualifier. I do have to think of some new Rocket League ideas. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new here, what's up? My name's Slayer. I love playing video games. I love editing videos. You know, why not edit video games and upload it to YouTube for you guys' enjoyment. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. All my links are in the description. Follow all my shit. I'm trying to stream more, you know, on Twitch. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the new video. Peace out. Peace.